We're back with a stream again. We're back with a stream again. Also, if you're surprised by that scream, it's because I promised one. I promised one. I deliver on my promises. As long as my mic is turned on right now. For God, I hope my mic is turned on right now. It's been so long. It's been so long. I hope you guys can hear me. I hope you guys can hear me all right. Also, we can also switch over to me. What was my buttons again? I think this one. This one. Let's start out casual. Let's start out with like a good bright mood here. Is that really you? Is that really me, Mika? I don't know. Is it really me? Am I really me? Oh my God, the bots have returned as well. Holy fucking shit, dude. The bots have returned as well, and there's new buttons here. I don't know, like, how do I ban these people? There we go. That's how I ban them. Banned out of my chat. They're trying to sell me followers, dude. That's not what I'm interested in. Growth, get the fuck out of here. Yo, what's going on, Mika? How's it going? What's going on for everyone here? Whether you're watching this live or watching this as a repeat, welcome to welcome to a stream again. Good to see you. It's been a bit. It's been a while. It's been a really, really long time. And I do kind of owe you an explanation as to why I've been gone for a really, really, really long time. So that's kind of what it's going to be today. Today we're going to be talking about what's been going on in the last couple of months. We have a couple of things on the point for today. This is gonna be a different just chatting. I don't know, just chatting Mondays where we have topics, so you can start out like watching the stream, be like, okay, this is what I'm excited for. It's gonna be coming up, and watch me fumble around as I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on. So to start out with, first of all, the big thing that we're gonna be talking about today is like what's been going on for the last 6 months. Because basically, like, it's been a long time. Also, what we're going to be talking about is my roadmap for, like, the main channel. Today, like, the topics are generally just going to be focused on the channels because I think that's kind of important. We also have my ideas and challenges for the Post Malone Gaming channel, and then we also have I am not sure what to do with Twitch, which should be very indicative. My background is very coastal. You have my seal of approval. I'm glad you like it. I'm thinking about switching between these two as kind of like, okay, if we're sitting here, I'm doing the official bit, okay? I'm doing the bit where I'm supposed to be talking about things, where I'm just kind of doing my topic, and then when we're ready to have a chat, when we're ready to just like, you know, talk, we're just gonna sit here. Because honestly, like, I don't really know what's best to do right now in the sense of one thing that I find myself is that I tend to like really get off topic quite a bit when I'm streaming, and I love that because a lot of times like us getting off topic is like the best thing that can happen. But at the same time, it can be super hard to follow as well, especially if you're like watching the stream as a repeat and you're like, oh man, I just want to listen to this kind of like a podcast thing. And I do feel that that's kind of the strength of the of like the just chatting, is that like it can kind of be like a podcast between me and like everyone here in chat. So I'm gonna see if it gets structured a little bit, especially because today is gonna be like full of information and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna have to see. If I'm here, I'm just gonna be responding to chat all the time. If I am going to be here, I'm going to be like kind of doing my main piece, and may take a little while before I get back with chat. Yeah, well, we're gonna see. Hello, man. Villager, how's it going, man? How are you doing? Let's spend a little bit more time catching up, guys, because holy fuck, it's been like January's almost over. January is like 7 to 8 more days. It's like a week more of January. It's almost over. I haven't seen you this entire year. How's your year been? How's your year? It's good with your year? Oh boy, that's quite a year. But yeah, no. How was your like your New Year's, your Christmas, your whatever else has happened, all the things. How was all the things? Happy New Year. Yeah, Mika, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. Best wishes for the brand new year. It's the first time in my life that I'm saying that on the 24th of January, and I'm honestly, I don't mind. I hope you guys don't mind too. Furniture says, I've been good. I'm glad to hear that, dude. I'm glad to hear that you've been doing good. I got a new airsoft gun and a night fishing camera. Holy shit. So, what are your plans with the two of them? Because I'm pretty sure you're going to use them both in combination. I remember like airsoft guns back in the day used to be like the coolest shit to me, because like basically airsoft guns here in this country, they're not really allowed or so. Like, I'm not sure. I don't think they're allowed because I don't see anyone with them. And like back from my childhood days, people always told me they're not allowed. You can't have them here. But then you could go into other countries because we live in Europe and you can go to other countries. And there was this country called France. And France had cheese, but we had cheese too. And France had desserts and very delicious foods. And it also had airsoft guns. And then whenever you'd go like on vacation, you'd go to the market and like someone, like I never did it, but someone around you would buy like one of those airsoft guns and then like it looked like a real gun and be like, oh my god, this is so cool. It's like from the Call of Duties, and you'd shoot it around, and because it was like trash tier like quality, it would break before you could take it back home, but it was always kind of fun. Let's see. Let's see. I've not shown you yet my gun. I'll show it in a moment. Oh, hell yeah, dude. For sure. Let's see. Mika says, I got depression and a lack of sleep. Damn. Second year of med school fighting, started fighting back, dude. Oh boy, I feel you down that. I feel you. I'm gonna talk a little bit about like what I went through, which is I'm not necessarily a lack of sleep, but I did struggle a little bit. I did struggle very much with myself, and school was definitely a large part of it. But hey, it's already great that you're like in your second year of med school, and I hope you can keep it up. Let me go and open up oh my god, dude, that is cool. All right, let me see if I can open. Let's hope that this shit works. It works. It works. Yes, it works. Oh wow, dude, that's like that's not a real gun, dude. That shit looks real AF. And that's big. Like, we never had them this big. We always had them like tiny little size, like handgun size. Dude, that's like, wow. Wow, holy shit, dude. What you gonna use it for? Like, what do you play around with? Like, do you just post it on those pictures on Discords? Or is there more something you can do with it? Because it looks really good. Like, there's something about guns that just looks cool. And I don't know whether it's the Call of Duty that I've played. I don't know whether it's like the action movies that we watch. I don't know. It's just something about it that, like, I've only one time held a gun in my hands. But other than that, it's always like, let's get the big guns. And then you're like, you're Master Chief with the big guns. And it's always, like, exciting. Let's see. I just like complaining about it, but I have, like, 900 pages I should be reading. But here I am. Oh, my God, dude. Holy shit. Oh, man. But, yeah, how are you with reading? Like, are you, like, a fast reader? Like I hope you're a fast reader, because like 900 pages is a lot. I had the last semester of last year, so like the last few months of the year, I had a law course where we had to read law, and they never told us. It was like more of a general course. They never told us like you don't really need to know all the details. You just need to know the general outline. They never told us that. They just said like, oh man, this is gonna be like, you're gonna have to read a lot, and it's gonna be very different from like regular computer class. And so I was like, all right, let me go read this shit. And every single line was like filled with information. It was like, this law with this number, which specifies this exact quote, which is very densely packed, set in motion by the European Union Convention of Law, reinstated at this point in time, which was derived from this law. And I was like, holy fucking shit, am I gonna have to remember all of this? 100 pages of this? I didn't know, man, but yeah. Let's see. It's given clown, but a mentally healthy clown. As long as you're healthy, that's okay. I mainly just like it cause just guns. I don't go to airsoft matches, but I'm planning to go to the shooting range again for my birthday in March. That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. It's really cool that your school is gonna like introduce you to it, and like you have school shooting ranges where you can just like do that sort of stuff, like just in a safe, fun manner. I don't really know whether we have shooting ranges here, but yeah, I think it's fun. It's fun that you're able to like go to these places, get acquainted with it in a like responsible environment. Yo, Mudkip coming in with a Prime subscription. Holy shit, dude, that is crazy. That is crazy. Penne, bro. Penne is such a meme to me. So yeah, like basically last year around this time we had to make like a voice assistant. If you're wondering like, oh my god, what's going on with like artificial intelligence is taking over, it's like, yeah, ChatGPT apparently has been going crazy. It's not the talking points for today, because I haven't really dived into it that much, but maybe next week we'll talk a little bit about what ChatGPT is, why the hell it's so big, why it might like take over Google, and why the hell it might take over like literally everyone. That not necessarily, but yeah. Anyway, Yeah, it's yeah, but anyway, last year I was doing like this. We had to make this voice assistant that would like help people cook recipes, and one of the recipes was like a pasta recipe with penne. Penne, like I remember, like it would always shout it at me. It's like, oh yeah, have you added a penne? Have you added a penne? Because it was like the test recipe that we would test everything with. So you always go over that. So penne has a very strong meaning to me. A lot of bug fixing. Last time when I went to the shooting range, I said that my weapon handling was pretty good for a first timer. Nice. Penne is penis in some language. I'd like to believe that. I'd like to believe that very much. Also, how are you doing, Mudkip? I hope you're doing well. One thing that we should get into right now is our very first topic for today, which is going to be about what the hell's been going on. What else been going on for the past 6 months? I'm gonna lower the music a little bit. Let me know how you like this format. If you want anything to change. Oh my god, that chat is empty. I really hope that the chat is on that side. Yeah, chat's on that side. I am so happy. I was so afraid that I would just. I was afraid I would do a. I was afraid I would do one of these. Like, oh my god, look at how empty chat is. Because honestly, it's been so long. I have fake memories of how to stream, but I don't know that all that much. So yeah. Anyway, let's get into it. So, what I want to talk about today is what's been going on over the last 6 months, basically. Because over the last half a year, I really haven't been streaming or making content or videos all that much. And it's kind of gotten to a point where it's somewhat worrying. Like, I have never, ever had, like, this long amount of time between my uploads or my streams, or without me, like, showing any sign of me being online. It's been a really, really long time. And if you want to know exactly how long it's been, I've actually noted a couple of things down. It's been about, the last stream that we did was on the 28th of November, 2022. Right now it's the 23rd of January of 2023. So it's been 2 months since my last stream. It's actually been 3 months since my last consistent stream, because that one stream is just kind of like an odd one out. My last like main channel video basically has been about 2 weeks ago. That was like a recent upload. But my last like gaming channel video, which like has been my most active channel for the last 2 or 3 years, that was the 26th of November 2022. So that's also been like more than 2 months. It's been a long time. It's been a really long time. I've never really been like away for this long, and I can understand that it's been kind of weird. Also because I really haven't been given any explanation as to what's been going on, and also because beforehand I've also been like hinting at that I was gonna take it easy. I think around June of last year, I was saying like, hey, you know, I'm gonna sacrifice some consistency for the sake of experimenting or for the sake of doing better with the channel, because being consistent hasn't really been working out for me. And then basically I went from like being consistent to just being dead, and that I can understand has been quite worrying. So that's kind of what I want to talk about today. I think that what I was talking about in June was kind of like, obviously it was preparing towards like the summer, where in the summer oftentimes like I would go on vacation, or like you know, I go out and do some social shit. So that time is always like a low time for me. But I expected that around like August I would pick back up, which I kind of did. Like we went into Half-Life. We did have a great like Half-Life series, and like around like that was kind of okay. But around September or November, I kind of just like dropped off the face of the earth. I came back once in a while with some streams, and then I was gone. So what's been going on in the past several months, especially when it comes to like September, November, December, and like the start of January, I kind of want to go over that, share a little bit about like what's been happening in my life, such that you understand where I'm coming from. You can have some idea, so like what the hell's been happening, and maybe some of this might be useful to you as well, or you can relate with. I really don't know. I just wanted to kind of share this because it's been something that's also been weighing on me, where I'm like, oh shit, you know, holy fuck. It's been so long, and I don't know what to do. So yeah, let's go over as to like the timeline, the complete timeline, what's been happening. As I said, around like August, we were kind of picking things back up with Half-Life. Half-Life was a great time. It was fun to play, and I was also kind of like trying Apex, trying mouse and keyboard with Apex, trying a new season of it. There was some activity, and then all of a sudden in September, I was like, okay, guys, I gotta take a step back. So, what happened? Well, around September, November, well, between the months of September to November, I kind of struggled with like a lot of like personal mental issues, which I kind of want to like display as like what the hell's been going on, because I know that doesn't really say a lot. I think that in general, I just wasn't really happy with my life at all. I have to say that within the last like, I think for at least like a 4-year period, has been like pretty much the lowest I've been in my life. Which I say now with an awkward like laugh in between to like kind of like lighten the mood. But yeah, it wasn't great. It was not great. I've kind of like shared a little bit bits and pieces in between because I thought that maybe sharing in a line, like talking about it, would kind of like ease my mind. It was also something where I was like, well, maybe if I share this now, maybe like everything will be okay and I will be able to get back into it. Maybe I can boost consistency, but it never really worked. And also, I don't know whether this is going to be the stream that brings it all back, but I do have more faith than I had before. So, what caused this this low point in my life? Like a large part was that a lot of key factors within my life were just not working out for me. So one of the things that happened around September was that school picked back up. As you may or may not know, I'm studying artificial intelligence right now at a university. I'm in my third year, so I'm almost going to be done with my bachelor's. And honestly, it's kind of interesting, but it's also like hindering me in a lot of ways. One of the things that was really fucking with me at the time was like the large fluctuating time requirements. Generally, like we had 2 courses which were like on the surface, it's something where I was like, okay, this is gonna be very easy. We're just gonna like watch the lectures. We're just gonna like do these assignments, like fill in the exam, and that's gonna be the end of it. However, because like the person that I always worked with, that I had a really like good like cooperation with, because they were out on exchange, I was kind of like thrown into like the deep myself, and basically like we had huge fluctuations in time requirements where one week I could have just like I would be done with the entire week and a half in like half a day, and the other week I would have to spend a couple of days on like work, which wasn't really all that meaningful. It was just like a lot of the stuff was like group work or places where the university would be like trying to get everyone to go back to location, which would include travel time, which would include like not being able to watch things at 2 times speed, which I love to do. So like a lot of these things were just like things that kind of piled on top of it, where I didn't know what I was going to be in for. And since like university and school has never really been something that's been fun to me, it was kind of like, if I spend a lot of time in a week on this stuff, it didn't really make me happy at all. Combine that with like having to do a lot of group work where like basically I had to do like 90% of like this 4-person teamwork. It kind of sucked. I felt like I was like fighting the system. I was kind of like out there fighting this shit alone, and there wasn't really any support with this. And even if I did do something, I've never had any fulfillment from school. And that's a weird thing. I know that I don't know how to describe that. It's just kind of like, if I do university, if I do anything for school, I'm not happy from it. I think it's because I'm trying to prove something for someone else, or like I'm doing something for someone else. I'm not really like getting grades because I'm happy with it. It's just that like I need to have grades to get like this degree, which like other people will recognize for me. So but I don't really care about it because like I know a lot of the shit that like we're being given. I already know it. I know how easy I can study. It's just like it's not challenging. And because of that, it's like, even if like right now I'm sitting here with like a 9 out of 10 GPA, where like people may be listening to that, it's like, what the hell are you complaining about? You should be happy. It's like, it doesn't do shit for me. The only thing that I see is my time loss to it. So like I had no fulfillment from it. It was a thing that was kind of like taking a bigger role in my life than I thought it would. But overall, that would normally be okay. I've had that before. I've had that before in like the years that I've been on school, and I've been combining that with content creation. It's been alright. However, there was something else that was wrong too. Another part of that was like YouTube. I've been on YouTube since 2015. I started out making like Warframe videos and like exploring what the hell I could make. And at a certain point in time, like I ended up with this year where I was like not really being able to make the videos that I wanted to make. Also, I think that I'm just gonna like turn off the music for this because it's kind of like annoying me in my head. Unless you guys want to have it like slowly in the background. Sorry about that. But yeah, so basically, like I wasn't really able to make the videos that I wanted to make. As you may have heard me talk about, I was gonna make a video where I'm gonna put programming into something because I was gonna program it like I was gonna make a program where we're gonna be able to like automatically like create Twitch highlights on stream. That entire video has been fully scripted, fully prepared, and never been shot. There were these things where I had this overtime of like all the Twitch swag that I got from TwitchCon, which I think that was my last stream title, which is called "This is my bag of shame" because all this stuff is in here and I wanted to make a video about it, and it's been 3 months and I still haven't done that. There's been a lot of things that I was thinking about, I wanted to do, but I never got around to do it. And why was that? Well, the big thing was that I wasn't really able to keep up with the tasks that I needed to do. So, like gameplay highlights, as you may remember on the gaming channel, like they would often take a long time for me to come out. I would kind of like batch them out, and like that would be like a big bottleneck. And because like I wasn't really able to get out the standard easy videos, I also generally just lost my motivation to like do some edits, because it was kind of like, oh man, if I finish up this video, there's 5 more to come. And like those 5 would often be just like my gameplay videos, which I think are kind of fun, but like when I'm editing, it's just kind of like me reacting to a game, which isn't really my biggest, oh man, I'm so excited, it's woo, let's go play this game. Let's go make this really cool video. So what kind of happened with YouTube is like I wasn't really able to make the videos that I really wanted to. There was like a lot of grind videos in between that I just lost my motivation to like get through. So YouTube kind of became this thing where there was a never-ending to-do list of things that I had to do before I could try out fun stuff, and the fun stuff that I promised would never come out. So it was kind of like something where it's like, oh my god. It wasn't going that well. And at the same time, Twitch has been my staple for the last couple of years. Ever since 2018 or so, I've been very consistent with Twitch. I've always been able to stream on this site, and it's been something where like I've actually been most consistent with over my entire life. It's something that I've been really, really happy with. It's like, it's so cool. I love being able to like interact and chat with you guys. I love being able to like, you know, like talk about things, learn about a lot of things from you guys, which I've never ever encountered before. There's been some great moments in Twitch, but at the same time, Twitch kind of also became a bit of a grind. And I don't know how to describe this best, but like basically what I've done since 2018 was like I streamed for about I streamed 5 times a week ever since like 2018. There was a time in which I played Warframe where we're streaming like 4 times a day, 2 times a day, 5 times a week, so basically 10 times a week. I dropped that really fast because that basically left nothing in my life other than streaming, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna have any of that. But basically, like, what I found with Twitch is that I kind of, after Warframe, found my place in like playing a bit of Apex. It's like casual games, doing a bit of just chatting, and then like playing through games like this gameplay series where we played Halo, where we played like Horizon Forbidden West, where we played Titanfall, where we played Battlefield, where we played all these games, Half-Life, to kind of like get through other games, discover other games. That was kind of the thing that we were doing, just like doing like some casual gaming and then doing like the gameplay series and some just chatting. However, as I said, I was having like a big bottleneck with YouTube where I felt like, oh shit, every single gameplay video gameplay stream that I make is another video that I have to make. If I was already losing motivation of seeing like 5 videos stacked up in my queue, doing another 2 streams that week that would kind of basically add like 2 other like videos to the queue, I would be like, oh my god, I can't do this. Especially when I had the bright as fuck idea to be like, oh man, if I make like playthrough videos, like a new Warframe update or a new Apex update, and I do that as a stream, I can always also make a video out of that, and that would mean yet another video onto the list. It would be like 8 videos in the queue, and I just couldn't. And at the same time, what I also found was like I completely lost interest in Warframe over the last 1.5 to 2 years. I think it's no secret that the new war was an okay quest. I thought it was fine. I called it the best quest in Warframe so far. That's just basically because they've done more than they ever did with any other quest. It was longer than any other quest ever. It went to more perspectives. It was more cinematic. But it never really revitalized my interest in the game, especially seeing like what they followed it up with. It wasn't like, it was more persistent of the issues that the game was at before. I didn't connect with it anymore. All the people like from the community here, all the people from like the people that I like hang out with, my friends, everyone just kind of like stopped playing it, and I just wasn't really interested anymore. At the same time, the game Apex Legends, which I found like over the last 2 years, I also just lost my fun in that. I think that the part with Apex that always drew me in the most was that I was like, man, if I can pick up this game, a lot of my friends are playing it. If I pick it up and I'm just gonna like start learning how to play a shooter again, just like in the Call of Duty days, I can become someone good, and then we can play it on stream just like we did with Warframe. So you guys can join me in. We can have some fun, like playing together. I can also do like some duo streams or co-streams with other streamers who play Apex. It will be fun again. However, at a certain point in time, like it was fun for a long while, but then at a certain point in time, like I kind of lost my sense of progression, where I didn't really feel like I was moving forward. And because of like the matchmaking system that they have, because of like where basically a battle royale has like a very low win chance compared to like a team deathmatch where it's like 50-50. Because of that, like basically every game was just kind of like, well, there's not really much of a change, and like kills are kind of bullshit or whatever. It wasn't a fun thing. I didn't really feel sometimes when I was doing those streams that I was like being as entertaining as I could be. So I kind of moved away from that. I was kind of got frustrated with the game. It wasn't really as fun to like lose to like some bullshit mechanics, or maybe it wasn't bullshit, but like I actually kept track of. I don't know if I still have that. I don't think I have that ready for me right now, but I actually kept track for an entire season of Apex Legends, around 200 plus matches. I kept track of how did I feel after the game. Did I feel like significantly better, neutral, worse, or significantly worse? And what I found was that every single game, like about, I think it was like 75% of the games, I felt significantly worse after the game. Around like 25%, I felt like worse. And then it was like only like 0.5% that I felt like significantly better. 1 point something percent feeling like better, and then like the remaining percent was like neutral. So even if I just played myself, I didn't stream it. It just didn't make me happy, and that's fine. I could just drop it. But then what do I do? Where do I go? What kind of games do I play? I don't know. My entire stream was doing gameplay things, but I couldn't do those because those were videos that I had to make, and I didn't need any more of those. And like my casual gaming, like what do I do? So I had no idea what to do with Twitch. I just kind of got awkward, where it's kind of like saying like, okay, shit. I don't know. School is like eating up more and more of my time. I can't do YouTube because I'm stuck with this endless list of videos that I have no motivation to make. And Twitch, I just don't know what to do. For the first time ever, I don't know what to do with Twitch. And I also know that even if I did know what to do, for the last 3 to 4 years, I've done the same thing on Twitch, being consistent every day, like streaming 5 times a week, 2 hours. And the growth it's gotten me has been almost nothing. Like barely anything. So that's not really a good strategy. So basically, like what happened was that I got tired of spinning this wheel that I've been spinning for like 3 to 4 years that really didn't change anything. I could not keep up with I couldn't even do or try and do things new or try and do things that I wanted to do because I couldn't even keep up with the things that I had to do for myself. And then like even like when I was trying to repair that, because sometimes I would be I would catch up. I would be like, yeah, here we go again. Let's go, guys. Then school would come up and be like, oh yeah, now you have to do a group project. Like one thing was, for instance, I don't know if I mentioned this, but like there was a time where like on a first day evening, before I would go on to like a family weekend, like that on Friday, on first day evening, like we got an assignment for the Monday morning. Which ridiculous, which is so dumb, because normally you have like a week in advance, but like apparently they don't prepare these courses because you don't give the same course every year, do you? And then basically like my entire team was just kind of like absent. Like I showed these guys a message being like, hey guys, listen, I'm gonna be away because like we have this family weekend stuff. Can you like read through like the necessary articles, summarize them, because normally I would always like go through like the reading list, summarize the stuff, throw it out there so that people can reference it in case they didn't read it, which a lot of times happens. So can you just read through it, and then like basically when I get home on Sunday, like I'll just like use that summary to just like fix it, and we'll be fine. Like I'm fine just like fixing an essay or something within an evening. Like it's easy, it's not too hard, it just takes time. And then like basically one guy said like, oh yeah, I got this. And then the next morning I came back to this message which said, I went through the necessary required articles for reading on which we have to base our essay, and I found them completely worthless, so now I'm gonna start writing my introduction. And I'm just like, you what? We have to base this entire thing like on the theory that's in these articles. If you find them useless or not, I don't care. I don't really find them a lot of worth to this anyway, but you have to do this because otherwise what kind of grade you're gonna get? And you're gonna start with an introduction. If you've ever written an essay or any piece of paper, you never start with the introduction because you don't know. So yeah, basically like that sort of stuff would come in, and that kind of just like completely stopped me dead in my tracks, where I just couldn't make more videos. I just couldn't make more streams. I just like every single time I tried to improve, it kind of would come back to me, and that's where I kind of started in the circle where I kind of lost faith in like being able to fix the situation, and I kind of just stopped. So that's like the first start as to like where I was in September. I'm just gonna go and like check in with chat because I see Fuboji just joined in, and I want to catch everyone up who just joined in. It's like what the hell's going on, and then let's move on. It's like kind of like how I analyze things, what the hell's been going on, like what I discovered as to like what the hell was the cause for this. how I decided to deal with it, and then after that, like what the hell's been happening in the meantime that has postponed me returning. So let's move over to the talking angle. There we go. Oh wow, this music is way too happy, man. Holy shit. Maybe I should just like not have the music on. I don't know. I don't know. Fumoji, how's it going, man? Is that Michel? Yes, it is me again. It's been a while. Today I'm doing a just chatting stream to kind of like catch you guys up, being like, hey, you know, what the hell's been going on? Why the hell have I been away? What's been happening? I think I turned off the mic there, but yeah. So that's kind of the thing. I kind of just talked about like what the hell was happening around like the September period. It's like why I suddenly stopped posting as frequently, stopped streaming as frequently, and why I ultimately decided to like step away. And yeah, that was kind of the start of it. I hope that makes sense. Also, Happy New Year, dude. It's been a long time. I've not streamed this year yet, but I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing fine. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I'm going to take a little bit of a drink. If you guys have any questions so far, let me know. Pixel, holy shit, dude. It's been a while. Meow. Man, there was a time, 2017, 2018, I used to greet a lot of people just meowing at them. It was really funny. Now I've not seen it in like such a long time that like it really takes me back. How's it going? Happy New Year, dude. I hope you're good. I hope you're good. Also, you can't tell I'm streaming to Twitch. Like, holy shit. So like basically like this hat and stuff is like all the stuff that I got from TwitchCon and shit. I like hats, so like I don't really have that many, so that's why I'm wearing it. Also, my hair is pretty long. I need to fix that. And this bottle is just fantastic. Like, I don't know if you guys can see. It's like it's so big. I'm dripping everywhere. It's horrible. But yeah, it's also it's really nice. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, time to do some League gaming. Send help. Oh man, I have not played League. Seriously, and I'm like I've not seriously played League. I think I've tried 1 or 2 matches, but I'm afraid to like try more because I feel like all the people who went into League kind of are like, yeah, either it's like it's okay, or you're like, oh man, I wish I could stop. Sam, I bet my hair is twice the size of your entire head. Ooh, well, that's really cool. That's probably taking you a long time to like grow out then. I have way too many hours in this garbage. See, I know it. Like every person who's playing League, they're always saying like, yeah, I've played way too much of it. It's just like Warframe players. So I'm kind of like, yeah, I shouldn't even dip my toe into it because otherwise it's gonna be like another Warframe. Around 1 to 2K. Damn, game's garbage, not Warframe. And yet you're going back for more because that is modern gaming right now. Never play League. The gamers, the players are toxic even in PvE. That is unfortunate. On that grind set. Indeed. I hope one day you'll be able to find your peace, your courage to quit, to uninstall, and then like forever uninstall. So yeah. Oh boy. But yeah, let's get back to like a little bit of like the things that I wanted to talk about. Because otherwise we'll never get around to it. Also, like, I'm not really sure how much I like this format. Maybe I should have prepared this a little bit better, but like, I mean, seriously, I just prepared this like half an hour before. So yeah, well, where am I right now? Oh yeah, basically, long story short, around September, school, YouTube, and Twitch all kind of didn't really work out all that well, so they kind of collided into kind of grinding me to a halt where I didn't really feel like if I improved anything, if I tried to improve anything, it would change anything. So basically, it just made me not really happy. I felt like whatever I did didn't really work out, so I kind of just like lost my motivation. I just kind of lost my motivation to do things. Let's see. But what was the cause of that? Like what was the underlying thing? Because overall, like the way that I see it, like me not being able to like post videos, me being stuck with like YouTube and Twitch, and I mean like school is school. I can't really do much about that. But like the other two things, content creation has been something that I've been really stable with, and now all of a sudden I was not. So I need to figure out what the hell's been going on. And I think that like one of the main reasons is like why the hell this was happening and why the hell like everything kind of collapsed on me at this point in time, kind of comes back to like a key point, which is something that I've been dealing with for a long time, which has been like my low self-worth. Basically, looking back, this is all after reflection. So this is where I spent like the entire month of like October, part of November, focused on. I've also sent people like pictures. I took out the old typewriter, like literally an old typewriter, and just started writing. Because if you want to figure out what the hell's going on with yourself, if you want to figure out yourself, get a piece of paper or get someone to talk to, and just like stream a thought, like just write things down or talk to people, and then like slowly but surely you'll figure out if things stand out. And one of the things that like I already kind of knew, but like this really emphasized to me was that back in 2018, I just completely stopped believing in myself. I used to be a very strong believer in myself, whereas like I have like I didn't really have like super high self regard or so, but I always felt that like I could take on any challenge, I could take on anything, I would be able to like get it far if I just followed my dreams. I was really optimistic about life. I would just like dive into things. Without like really considering it's like whether it was a good idea. I was like, if this is something that seems fun, if this is something that I believe in, let's go. And that's got me to like very great things. For instance, like it got me into like this YouTube and Twitch thing. It got me to like build a like Twitch partnered like channel with 1.3 million views. That was like insane. Like I've had some crazy experiences with that, but at the same time, it's also like got me to like dive into a world where I believe people to be like truthful on their word and people to be like my friends when they really weren't. And it's got me to like bite me back very much. So basically, like that's what happened in 2018. Around that time, like I witnessed everything that I built, like the Warframe Fantails channel, the creator community that I built within Warframe, and everything that I thought I had, like the support from like developers or people around me, the friends that I had. I thought I had like 60 friends or so within this world that turned out to be like 2 or so. I saw it all come crashing down within a month, and like that was a really big deal. I've talked about this a couple of times on stream. It's been something that's affected me a lot, and I've been like I've never really been able to like process very well. Because it's kind of like hard to talk to about with people because it's not something like it's part of this world where like a lot of people don't really know about, especially in my close like personal circle. Like not a lot of people know what the hell this world is or what's been going on. Yeah, like basically when it happened, I kind of was faced with a choice. Like, do I just say like, hey, this shit is a world fault, curse the world, I can't do anything about this, everything is fucked up, or do I take all the blame on myself and say like this was caused by me, and now if I can fix myself, then I can fix this situation? And that's what I chose. I decided that everything that happened was my fault. And basically like my faults that I took upon myself was that over the years of like 2017 2018, when I was like really active within Warframe, I spent a lot of time just goofing off. I would I would spend like hours watching series with people from the community. We'd watch movies all the time. We'd play some raids. We'd have fun. We'd play games. I would even like play some games like Mass Effect or some Mass Effect Andromeda. I would play that for videos. I would go on like an 8-hour grind or like a 12-hour grind. I would do a 12-hour Warframe grind on Octavia for a video, for a 9-minute video. I would be like, yeah, this is good. I'm going to play 12 hours of Warframe, and then I'll make some shitty video, and that will be okay. That wasn't okay, but I was kind of just like taking it loosey goosey with this stuff because I thought I could. At the same time, like I also blame myself for like not being consistent with my uploading, and like the money that I was getting, I believed it was coming from my channels, which really wasn't. I wasn't earning shit with it. I had another income source, which like allowed me to do like a lot of traveling, and because of that, like I felt like I was being very successful. I felt like I was on the right track. I was like almost a full-time grown-up YouTuber, but I really wasn't. And like that misconception just like made me believe things about myself that I wasn't worthy of believing, and that's also what I was like blaming myself for. Another thing that I was like blaming myself very hard for was that I spent all this time just like kind of like hanging out with people, especially like for instance TennoCon happened, all the reveals just shown, and then like if you made a video about that, then that would do very well. But instead, what I would do, instead of making a video that evening, I would just like hang out with people in the cafe. I would like hang out with people for the night. Then like I would have fun with them on Sunday, and I'd sleep on the plane. I'd come back home all tired, and only like 1 or 2 weeks, or maybe sometimes just a month later, I'd be able to make a video about it. And that would do like I blame myself for like spending so much time being social and also hanging out with people that I thought were friendly, but I never really did a really good check on them. I always was like, I believe people on their word, which is somewhat naive. Yeah, it's especially in this world. It's like I thought like people here seem to only care about numbers, so. Yeah, I shouldn't really have been hanging out with those people with big numbers. I should have just been hanging out with like myself. So basically, because I saw those three folds, I was like, okay, this is my decision. I don't feel good enough right now because I caused this entire problem. So as long as I'm not good enough, I can never aspire for anything. I'm not allowed to have fun. I'm not allowed to have friends. I'm not allowed to have anything that isn't like work or something until like I have what's it called? Until I'm good enough. And since like I never really know when I'm good enough, like knowing when you're good enough is like really fucking hard. Until I don't know, like, because I can't really figure that out, I need to make sure that I build my foundation like very steadily. It's kind of like if you want to build like a Lego tower like really high up, but you don't know how high up it will be, like you better start out with a base that's really wide and really big and strong than just kind of like trying to stack bricks, because maybe you have to go like 2 or 3 meters and it will just like crash down. So my focus really became on like doing things consistent and doing the repetitive easy stuff. So like streams is something that I can do very easily. I can do that for 8 hours. I can just turn on the stream, let's go play some games, let's go boys. It's easy, it's straightforward. I can just do that for hours and I can be consistent with that. That's also why Twitch has been very consistent. I also got like great feedback from you guys. We'd like hang out, we talk, and like it will be fun. YouTube on the other hand was harder because I had to find something that I could do that was like steady. And what I found with that was like, especially like 2 years ago, I found like making like highlight videos of like streams that I did was a really good way. It was like, holy shit, I can just like do this stream that's very easy to do. It's like I just start up Halo, we'll play Halo, I start up like this game, we'll play that game, and then like I make highlight videos of it, and because of that I can hit like 2 videos a week on my channel. Or before that I would do like the frame cast, but it's also a very straightforward thing to do. Just record the entire thing on stream, then throw it online. I would do remote play with Drew is also just like record yourselves playing games. So that sort of stuff was kind of like what I was going for. It's like, okay, let me build up with the easy stuff first, be consistent, then build up slowly. So let's see. Yo, Mike, what's up? So basically, like that was my focus. That was my decision to go with. And also, like another thing that I had was like, I figured out like, oh shit, because I was so wrong in my assessment, I cannot trust myself to make a good assessment of myself. I did see that I was like very subjective, especially very subjective to like being a very negative towards myself. So it's kind of like, okay, I need to go make sure that I can't like I need to find external validation, not in the sense of like I need to go and like wear fancy clothes, or I need to like drive shitty like big money cars, that sort of thing, or get popular. Not that sort of stuff. More like I decided like let me go back to university so I can get a degree, because that's like something that good people are supposed to do. So that's why I went back to university. And that's something which kind of like has really come to bite me in the ass with not being able to like get any satisfaction out of it, because literally what I'm doing university for is just to like get external validation from someone else. Get this like validation that people say it feels good to get a degree, it feels good to get grades, but that doesn't feel it for me. But because other people told me, like I'm following them because I can't trust myself, right? So that's why I did that. And yeah, basically with that, I kind of set in motion like the past couple of years of mine where like I had no faith in myself. I felt I was like pretty crap, and like my only solution out of it was going to like do the standard like consistent easy work and slowly but surely like chip your way forward until you're worth it again. But who knows when that will ever come. And if you want to feel good, like try and like do the shit that other people say you should do, and maybe that will work, but obviously that didn't. So that was my mindset for like the past couple of years. Like I do want to notice like a big difference between like low self-worth and like believing in yourself. I do kind of use them interchangeably, but I do like there's a difference, I feel. I never stop believing myself, in the sense of I think that believing in yourself is like you look at like your likelihood of like success, like will I be able to do this or not, like how likely will I be able to like complete this task. And I always thought that was high, given like what I know for myself, what my internal abilities are. So I know my physical capabilities, I know my mental capabilities, I know that sort of stuff. So like I would look at things and be like, I can do things like just by objectively looking at like my stat sheet, right? But like self-worth is more like, do I deserve the benefit of the doubt? So like if I look at a task that I'm not really certain about, like this is very ambitious, or like this is very like outrageous, or like I don't even know if it's gonna work. Like this kind of dream that you have, like you don't even know, will this ever work? Like I would never give myself this benefit of doubt of it, because I didn't feel like I was worth that. So that was kind of like my approach for like the last couple of years, which was, looking back, especially when I'm explaining this now, rather problematic. But let me catch up with chat a little bit, and then we'll move on. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how well this format works, but hey, I think it's somewhat fine. I don't know. Mike, how's it going, man? What up, bro? How have you been? I've been good. Is good the right thing to say? Hold on. Is good the right thing to say? I don't know. It's been something. I've been through some very tumultuous periods. That's also why I haven't been on the Discord as much. Like, there's been a lot going on, especially things. Oh, in the last couple of months, I've been like very unplanned. I've pieced my life back together about 2 months ago, but then like a couple of things happened that I had no control over, which I'm gonna get to in a bit. And yeah, hopefully soon I'll be able to like hang out again. But yeah, how have you been? Happy New Year as well, dude. Because like, I don't know, have we seen each other in the New Year already? I really don't know. My sense of time has just been gone, but anyway. Warframe's got crossplay now. Yeah, for a bunch of, I heard about that. I heard about Warframe having crossplay, and like, this is the thing that I realized about Warframe. It's like, I just don't care. Like, there was a time in which like I bought right back there. I bought like a PlayStation 4 and a Xbox One thing just to play Warframe. I ranked up those accounts to like insane mastery ranks, and then I thought like if there's crossplay, I would love to play with all the people on console. And like now I just don't. It's like I don't really even I haven't even gone back to the game. So yeah, I think it's really cool for people that are still playing Warframe. But yeah, numbers you're asking about. Okay, so numbers probably refers to like that I felt like I couldn't, like, people only cared about numbers and I shouldn't really hang out with people with bigger numbers because they only care about that, or that impression I got, which actually is very wrong, because like the people that I've actually spoken to over the last couple of months have been quite relaxed actually, and like a lot of times people all feel like everyone thinks that numbers matter, but it actually doesn't. And when we talk about numbers, we talk about social media numbers, the worst type of numbers, because they actually don't reflect anything, but still, it's something that a lot of people in this industry, especially when it comes to like content creation, it seems to matter to people, or people believe that other people believe that it matters, and that's why they act a certain way, which is really stupid. But anyway, let's see. I'm chilling, played Elden Ring, and beat the game. Holy shit, dude, that's fantastic. Like seriously, like how many games have you actually? Oh fuck. How do I say this? How do I say this without sounding like condescending as fuck? Don't take this the wrong way, but like I know that you have a hard time completing games, so it's really cool to hear that you've beaten one. I was about to say like, oh man, how many games do you actually beat? But yeah, then I was like, holy shit, it's actually gonna sound like really fucking shit. I'm gonna be like, holy fuck, dude, that's fantastic. How many games do you actually beat? Like, oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy indeed. So yeah, let me take a little drink before we continue again. This music's not too bad. I want to fix up the music playlist. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. I'll do it at some point. It's not on the agenda right now. No. So yeah, what you gonna be playing next? Because like honestly, I've been looking for games to play. I just don't know what to play. I really don't know. Like seriously, I've tried everything from like even like I even gone back to just like playing like regular. Like I tried some random ass mobile games because like I just didn't know what to do. It's not that great, but I don't know, for real. Lol. Yeah, me too. Like, dude, I've not played Apex in months. I tried to go back to it. I just didn't like it. I even created like a brand new account because basically like I was always thrown in with like the high ranked players, and I like got this brand new account. I was like, let me start with Control, because Control is kind of like this game where if you get killed, you respawn. I tried to play Control, and basically our team was kind of shit. So basically whenever I respawned, like, the enemy team would just spawn rape. I was like, bro, I'm not out here to be spawn raped, so I just quit. And then they have like this 2-minute penalty or shit when you like quit a game. I was like, bro, miss me with this shit. I just uninstalled the game and never came back. But like, I didn't know what to play. I've actually never played Overwatch 2, because I've heard, like, I don't know, like, basically, first of all, I was gonna wait until I play, I'm playing on stream, the first impression on stream. That didn't really happen because a lot of things got in between. Then basically what happened was I was like, well, maybe I'll play it with you guys at some point in time, and I just kind of like that. I didn't really hang out that much anymore. And I also heard some many like not really great things about it, like the shit that they took away from it. I was like, oh, do I really want to play it? So I don't know. I dropped a 4K on control. I said, yeah, I'm done. That's the best way to. That's the best way to get out, dude. Holy shit. The thing that got me out was that I actually started logging. I was gonna do this for a video, but we'll talk about more about like what I'm doing with videos, in a minute. But yeah, I was gonna do this video about why Apex isn't as fun as I thought, and it was gonna be like about the result of me like surveying. Like I made like this question list of basically like, how do I feel after a match? I feel like a lot better, neutral, worse, or a lot worse. And like I was gonna like keep track of every match I did, even like if we streamed, and mostly when I played offline. So when I played on stream, and I would like keep track of like when I'm playing alone with friends. I would keep track of like why I felt that way. And what I found was like literally most of the games I felt a lot worse. Like most of the games make me feel a lot worse. And I was like, bro, I'm not after, like, I'm statistically not having fun. This is not like my subjective feeling where I'm like, I like we're having fun for 2 hours and then like one match comes around and like I'm just like, oh my god, fuck this game, I hate it. It's like no. It is like literally the entire time. It's like a very small percentage, like 5% of the time I'm actually feeling better. The rest is just like neutral or worse. I'm like, bro, what the hell am I doing? Why am I playing this shit? And then like then I just kind of quit. I was like, this is not even like with Warframe. I kind of had a feud, right? Because Warframe ruined my life, or so like. So I thought. So I was kind of like, yeah, you know, even though there were parts of it I enjoyed, sometimes I didn't really want to give it the benefit of the doubt. So I was like, well, you know, maybe I'm feeling that with Apex too. But yeah, maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. Maybe it just sucked. So. All right, let's get back into the talk. Let's get back into the topic right here. So yeah, what have we talked about? Well, basically, what we've talked about so far is that around September, October of last year, I stopped uploading because basically like YouTube and Twitch kind of became like this never-ending grind of things that would just pile up. I would not be able to do the things that I really wanted to do, and that just kind of like drained my motivation to do it. And even if I would be able to catch up with like my five videos that I had to make in my queue before I could do the things that I wanted to, like if I weren't able to catch up with that, then school would come in and just like be like, oh yeah, now you have to do this group project all by yourself, woohoo! And yeah, then I would like lose track of it again, and just like it just got me tired. A lot of this stuff, like especially the way that I build up my YouTube and Twitch to be like this repetitive grind thing, this repetitive stuff of like very things that I had to do when I couldn't really have fun or that sort of stuff. Like fun was for later. Came out of like my feeling of like very low self-worth, where around 2018 I just stopped believing in myself due to like the things that had happened. And basically, because of that, I adopted this not very great mindset into like it's like how I had to work. And how my life was work and how my happiness came from work. So that basically that's basically how far we gotten so far. And like basically when I was like digging through this, I kind of discovered like what my main problems were with like why I was losing my motivation with content creation, because like I never thought I would do that. Like I was like, well, maybe like I'll lose motivation with other things, but like I always loved making videos, but now I just kind of didn't. And I love doing streams, and now I just kind of didn't. And I never really knew why that was. But then I realized while I was like going through like what I didn't like about school, I was kind of like, holy shit, hold on, this might make sense. So to give you a bit of insight, I've never really liked school. People generally tend to not like school. That tends to be like a common thing. But I don't know, like maybe. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe it's like an in between. For me, it's never been like something fun because it's never really been challenging to me. School's come easy to me, and like that's something that I never really wanted to like proclaim across the mountaintops, because it's kind of like tough to like say like, oh man, I hate it because it's so easy while other people are struggling. Like it makes me feel like weird, and like I don't want to like be like all bitchy or like about like, oh my god, life's so easy to me, and that's why it sucks. Like that's not fun. I don't get a lot of sympathy for that. At the same time, what I also had was like I never really had like a lot of social engagement with school. Like I've overall my life I've always been very dedicated to like a goal and like trying to achieve that and being very focused towards that and being very conscientious about it. And what I always found when it came to school is like the people there, like I never really fight with them. I always felt like I was kind of like the odd one out, where like right now, like the more I'm hearing from people online, it seems like everyone has this feeling that they're the odd one out. So maybe we all are, and like we all think that other people are like chilling with each other. But like it was never challenging to me, and I was always like I always felt like I was alone. I wasn't really having this social connection. I was just doing the repetitive daily stuff that I had to do, and I was doing it all by myself because there wasn't really anyone to have fun with. And when I was like writing that down, that's always been my experience at school. I was like, holy fucking shit, this is content creation for me right now. Like this is literally content creation for me. Like right now, I'm doing like the same streams. I'm doing the same like gameplay videos, which are just like reaction videos to me playing a game. I'm doing those every single day. And like they're not challenging. Like I'm not learning anything new here. It's all stuff that I know how to do. And I'm also not doing anything with people anymore. Like, yeah, you know, like if like we chatting here, but like I'm not really hanging out all that much. I'm not really like doing collaborations. Like on the couch was fantastic. Going to conventions was great. But like right now I'm just not doing any of that shit. Like literally, I have turned content creation, the thing that I loved, I've turned it into school by having this like pessimistic fucking outlook where I'm like, if I need to be good enough, I need to build up slowly. I need to do this. I'm like, holy shit, I just fucked up my life. Not entirely, but somewhat. So yeah, that's something that was like a big revelation for me. Where basically like looking at Twitch and YouTube, like yeah, I'm just doing gameplay streams mostly. Like they're not really engaging to me as like big content. Every single piece of content I do is by myself because I don't feel like I'm worthy to like make collaborations with other people. I'm not worthy to do collaborations until I make it big with doing the boring stuff. And like yeah, basically like I can only experiment and do crazy fun stuff after I'm consistent, and you can't be consistent until like a prolonged period of time. It's like the same thing as like I want to consistently go to the gym, or I want to work out every single week. You can't do that on a day. It's not a goal. It's like you can try to like study every day, or you can like try to what's it called, like go to the gym every day. You can say that you want to try that, but you can't do that. Like it will only happen over time. So you can say, I want to study now, or I want to like go to the gym now, or I want to do this. That's something you can do, but you can't be consistent. You can't be disciplined. You can't be motivated. It's these are such weird goals that like we set for ourselves that are so hard to like achieve, because you can't achieve them. So basically, like you always fail them. So basically, I made this thing that I really enjoyed into like the thing that I enjoyed the least. And basically, even though I diversified like basically all my life, that's been like a big point to me because back in 2018, like my life was solely focused on like making YouTube videos, Twitch streams, and like doing the or event organization stuff. I felt content creation was like the best thing in my life, and like I was so focused on it. And then when that fell apart, I felt like holy shit, what's left of me? And basically there was nothing because I put all my eggs in one basket. And now I diversified. I'm going to school, I'm doing YouTube, I'm doing Twitch, I'm doing all these other things. And then all of a sudden, like, school started to suck, YouTube started to suck, Twitch started to suck, and like another really big part of my life, really big pillar of my life just kind of like got like swept away from me. So yeah, as much as I tried, sometimes life just gets to you, and that's what the hell happened. So yeah, because of that, like what happened is like I basically like lost my happiness and joy to life, which kind of like drew down my productivity because like I'm not really as productive when I'm kind of like and then like because of that, like I got less happy because I get happy from being productive, and like I get not so happy from not being productive, and then just kind of looped. That was a perfect spiral. So that was great. Now, there was a few times around like September, October where I tried to get back on track, where I would say like, hey man, like I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to work on things. But like it never really worked out because like what I would do is I would say, okay, I'm not going to stream for this week, or I'm not going to like do this for a certain number of days or whatever. And then what I would do is when I was like taking a step back and completing some videos, I was getting back on task. I was like, okay. And then I would be like, let me try something else. Let me try and add something to it. So there was like a creator who was kind of like, oh, hey, I'm looking for people to collaborate with, because I've never really collaborated with people. Or like I've never really been able to find someone that I could reliably collaborate with. I don't know how much of a pain it is to work reliably with people. So I was kind of like, well, right now, like I'm not really in a situation that I can do it, but well, maybe like it will bring my zest back into like this. Like I'll be happy to make content again. So maybe it will be like another like on the couch situation. So I kind of like agreed to it, even though things weren't going well. And there were other like things that people were reaching. I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do that. Oh yeah, sure, I'll do that. So like basically, whenever I was like taking time off to catch up again, I was adding more things to my plate that seemed really fun, that got me really excited, but I would never be able to do because I wasn't even able to do like the basic stuff. So it just ended up in like more disappointment and failure, which wasn't really that great. So basically, like that cycle just kind of crashed, and that's what happened around October. Everything just crashed, and that's when I stopped streaming. That's when I stopped making videos. I was like, I'm gonna be out for a bit because I need to figure this shit out. So yeah, that was around October. I spent like the months of October, November, just like reassessing my life. The things that came out of that is like I wanted to trying to like change YouTube and Twitch to be like more fun for me, to be like more like, let me try and experiment things, let me go and like try and do things even if they're dumb, just happy-go-lucky, be like, hey, that seems cool, let me go chase this, that seems fun, let me go chase that. Because at the end of the day, like that's when I had most fun, when I was doing this stuff. And yeah, I think that also will result in like the most fun content, I feel. Furthermore, like the things that I wanted to focus on, I have been focusing on, is like trying focusing on activities or things that like increase my self-worth, and engage more with like friends and family IRL. I've not done that a lot, seen people like physically over the last couple of years. I do feel like that changes a lot. That does a lot to me. Like I'm very much a people person. I really get a lot of energy out of like being at conventions or like having people around me, and like when that doesn't happen, it feels sad. So yeah, that's basically like what happened when I stepped back. I also like caught up with like some content creation work. You may have seen like a Warframe video came out, a new tech video came out on the main channel, which I want to talk about more because that's been a really great experience. So, but all around, like when the start of December came around, I was like, I'm all fired up and ready to go. Let's get back into this. But now it's January. So what happened? What happened in those 2 months? Shit happened. Basically, 2 things happened. One of the things that happened is around the end of November, start of December, we had a very serious case of terminal illness being diagnosed in our family, all by surprise. We we never expected this. This was like a big giant roller coaster. Especially because part of it was very unknown at the start, like how bad it was. What we had was it was like a diagnosis that at the start it was like, but it was kind of like, okay, this is really bad. And it was like, it's kind of fine, it's all right. It's super bad. It's fine. It's super critical. It was like it was going back and forth, and you didn't know whether it was going to be like dead serious, whether it was going to be like all right. Like it was going back and forth the entire time, which is like emotionally just like exhausting. A lot of these problems came from because this happened to family from abroad who was living abroad as well. So there were a lot of like language barriers, which caused like a lot of confusion. Not everybody spoke English at the hospital, which I was really surprised with. And there was also a deal with us being like some of the closest family in distance. Like it's abroad, but like so a couple 100 kilometers instead of a couple of thousands kilometers. So there was also this question of like, do we have to step in? What do we do? So basically, like the entire like month of December, start of December, was like just being like under ready. There's a chopper flying by, but the entire month of December was just like being at the ready to see what we had to assist, what we could do, like speak with family members, that sort of stuff. So that was December. I couldn't stream it up. I couldn't focus on like content creation for that. Yeah, that was just family first. That's basically my goal. And then like at the start of January, I thought I could like start back with the year back and fresh. We had like a great video come out on like the main channel. I was super happy with that. And then there was like some private trouble as well. There like I don't really want to go into like what the hell's been going on, but let me just say that what happened has shaken up my worldview pretty much bigger than anything ever has in my life. I think the last time I had such an event take place was when like a really close family member of mine committed suicide when I was around 13. That just shook my world upside down, and this wasn't as big as that, but I was shaken about as much, which really took me like a long time to recover from that. And I think only just like last weekend, like yesterday, I feel like last night I actually slept it off. I was so tired. The last few days I was so fucking tired. It's insane. So basically, long story short, from September to November, I've just been like, my life fell apart and I've been trying to piece it together. And honestly, I feel like I did a decent job. And then from December to January, I wanted to get back, but then a lot of like bad shit happened that I'd had no control over, which has caused like a lot of delays for me to get back to this. And yeah, that's why I wanted to do this stream, to kind of like catch up. It's like what's been going on. I think that the things that I want to talk about, I still want to talk about, is like kind of my roadmap for my main channel, because I feel like I have the strongest idea for that. Then I want to quickly gloss over like my ideas and challenges for like the gaming channel, and also be like, I'm not sure what to tell you with Twitch. But yeah, before that, let's just take a little bit of a breather, because it's a lot. I still don't know. I still don't know if this is like a good format to do it in. I haven't really prepared this all that well. I just kind of like prepared a document a little bit before, but I felt like it's good to like at least address this. And then, yeah, we'll get it over with. No, I don't need to talk about this anymore. It's over with. If you have any questions, it's in this stream. It's in this stream that will be uploaded somewhere, so you can read it. And that's it. So yeah. Hey. I'm curious what this stream is like. I was like, oh man, I'll have a good idea. Like, I'll structure it. It'll be good. So when do you become a company? When I have something to sell. That's when. Actually, like, I'm trying to make a product now. If you hadn't noticed, patreon.com/Michel Postma is a thing, or like subscribing to Twitch is also a thing that you can do. And like, I'm trying to for the first time ever, like, in the last half a year, I've developed this idea for selling, like, a product, which is going to be, like, my videos. But, like, not, like, the main videos, but just kind of, like, desserts, like, little extra videos. So, just, like, if you like the style, like, people support it. And then if people support it, then hopefully that will give me, like, a decent enough, like, basis up to live off. Like, that's my hope. And at that point, I do feel I'm a company of some sorts, but I don't know yet. I don't know. At the same time, like, yeah, I don't know. I also don't really want to become a company. Like, on the one hand, I want to, because I could make more shit. Cooler shit, better shit. But at the same time, it's like, the entire point of, like, YouTube and Twitch was like, hey, look at what kind of cool shit I can make with my cell phone and my bedroom, right? And I feel like with YouTube, like, you're moving more and more towards, like, big media companies that tend to, like, cater to, like, the largest possible audience, which really is kind of boring at a certain point in time. And with Twitch, like, I feel like there's such a giant disconnect with, like, very big streamers. Like, what I'm seeing is, like, especially with, like, the gambling shit that's been going on, like, in the end of last year. I don't know. It feels weird. It feels really weird. I don't know what to think about. So, yeah. Let me go prepare something. And I did prepare earlier. Let's see. Oh man, it's so weird doing this stream again. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, let's see how we're gonna do this. I think I'm gonna do this like this. First, we're gonna go talk to. Oh no, I don't have a green screen. Oh, it's gonna be so weird. I did not prepare this. All right. All right, welcome to this very scuffed version of the next topic. We're gonna see how well this goes, and like if it doesn't go well, we'll just kind of leave it at that. Let's see here. Let's see if we can move some things. All right. I don't know what the hell's going on now. Hold on. I'm just trying to fix some stuff so you can, so it will look better. All right, there we go. Okay. So, let's see. I think that is gonna be like the final thing that I'll kind of talk about, and then we'll just see. Next stream will be like a lot more normal. Today's just kind of like a weird thing, but I knew this stream was gonna be strange. So, all right. The next thing that I want to talk about is gonna be my plans for, especially the Michel Postma channel, the main YouTube channel that I have. Because it's been like for a very long time I've never really had an idea as to what to do with that channel. As you may recall, it's been like the channel that I started out making videos on. It started out with Warframe videos, then it turned into some weird vlogs, and then it just turned into nothing for the last like couple of years. Basically, like when I stopped making Warframe videos on that main channel, because it was like I was very inspired by Cole at the time, where it's like, oh man, stop doing this Warframe shit, stop doing this gaming stuff, let's go do vlogs, it's cool, Casey Neistat, he's cool, right? He's fun. I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna do gaming shit on that channel again. And then 2 months later, I created a gaming channel and just continued posting there, and abandoned like the main channel, which is pretty dumb, but hey, you know, you live and you learn. But yeah, basically like, when I learned that it wasn't really all that smart to kind of abandon that main channel, I was kind of like in this weird void of like, what the hell do I do with it? I kind of had this channel where even when I was doing Warframe and I was having fun with that, I felt it was like very unrelatable for like a lot of people. Even like, you have to be super much into the game to be like, oh man, it's so interesting what Bear Rocketeer brings every week. It's like, most people don't care. Oh man, it's so interesting to learn about the login drama. Like, most people don't care. So, I felt like it was very unrelatable. I also felt like the vlogs that I started doing, they were fun to make, but they felt a little bit like fapping. They felt like weird. I loved doing those around trips when it was like, oh yeah, let's vlog TennoCon. But at the same time, a lot of times like the idea of vlogs is like share your fun, interesting life to like share some personality. But like this entire like idea of personality is weird. I feel personality, like, first of all, like, the big question is, like, what the hell even is a personality? It's like, oh, man, people should watch me for my personality. It's like, I feel a lot of times, like, people, like, just, like, use personality to, like, artificially just, like, make their life interesting. Like, look at how interesting I am. And I don't really feel that's all that great. At the same time, I feel like personality was like the thing that all the Warframe creators, including myself, kind of clung to when Warframe kind of fell through, when we didn't realize this is not fun. Like, we put our entire life on like this one topic, and it was like, it was fun until it wasn't. And all of a sudden, like, what happened was yeah, okay, now we try something else. Now people don't like us. Personality. People should watch me for me. Personality's the answer. We're just gonna make personality content, and it just doesn't really work. So yeah, basically what happened with that is that I was like, yeah, this vlog content, even though I like to make it, I can't really make vlogs like on a regular basis, and I don't really feel it's like it's a good basis for a channel. It's like, it's fun to do once in a while, but like not as the main thing. And I always wanted to do something with technology. I thought it was fun, but like, what the hell do you do with it? Especially like, there are big things, especially when you have like the costs towards like technology. If you want to do technology reviews of like the latest phones, like it costs an insane amount of money. And secondly, it's like, how the hell do you approach it? Like, do you just like review every product, and then how do you stand out? And at the same time, it's like even if you like review products, it's like, is that gonna be it? Are you just gonna do like another Warframe channel sort of thing? So that was something that I was struggling with for the longest time, trying to figure out what to do with the channel. But now I actually feel like I have figured out largely what the hell I want to do. So let me see if I can go and find this right here. Actually, wait, I can go here, I think. Also, Rahab, how's it going? Hey, man, I hope things have calmed down for you somewhat. You've been talking to Efim, haven't you? I actually have not. I saw Efim's message today, and I was like, oh, shit, I should probably make a stream about it. So I've not replied to Efim yet, but I have actually made a stream about it. Like, I'm doing this stream right now. It's kind of like a reaction to the question. I cannot say what Efim's question was, because that's personal details, but it might have been very close to the title of the stream. So yeah, well, Efim shares your view on personalities. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like, that probably means that if two people approached it from different perspectives without talking to each other, that probably means it's somewhat correct. But yeah, so yeah. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, we were here, we were talking about, like, I never knew what to do with the channel until, like, I found what I wanted to do with the channel. And that's something that I found actually, like, recently, into, like, this is what I want to do. I finally found a format that I'm really happy with, and that I actually feel like I can live with, and I want to work towards with too. And a lot of that has to do, let's see, whether I can find playlists. videos. I'll just open up videos or so. Oh no, here the playlist. The playlist is ready. I didn't know it was. 3, 2, 1. Does this work? There we go. We have the tech. Oh my god, it's on the wrong side. We have tech videos right here. So this right here is a format that I am really, really happy with right now, and I do want to make more of. So let me explain, like, what the hell is going on with this format? Like, what is this? You may have seen the videos, you may have not seen the videos. But like, what is this that like I'm really stoked by? Well, this is kind of like the thing that I want to do with this. This is kind of like a style of videos where I want to go over like one piece or like one concept within technology that I kind of really care about, and I kind of like want to introduce you to it and give you like my understanding of it as like a low entry first point of contact thing, sort of thing. This format, as you may have been able to tell, or you may have been able to see with like my references to the channel as well, has been very much inspired by Dank Pods. If you don't know about Dank Pods, it's like it's an Australian channel that's like been doing very well over the last couple of years. I kind of just like ran into him like very early on when he was doing like iPod mods, but the entire thing with this channel is that like he started out doing iPod mods, and he then went into headphones, and now does like all weird sort of random tech stuff. The thing that I love about this channel is like a couple of things. First of all, I love the overhead camera. I really, really love the overhead camera. It is something that I never ever really thought of doing, and then all of a sudden, like when I saw this, I was like, shit, I want to do this. I want to have an overhead because I tried to do some tech videos before, including something like this. This right here is my first attempt at like a tech video back in 2019, which is like called Inside. It was inside the actually, do I have, maybe I should have some music on here. Maybe I should play this. This was that.
Hey there, long time no see, and welcome to a brand new series I'd like to call Inside. So, there are a lot of aspects around gaming which I find generally quite interesting or fascinating, and I'd love to know more about them. So, that's what Inside is. A closer look at one specific topic per video.
See, like this thing here was kind of like what I wanted to do, or like what I kind of have in mind. Like I had this idea in mind, but the problem here was like I didn't know how to present it. So like what you see here is that if I just like turn off the music here, turn off the sound here, and I just like go play it at 2 times speed. Like what you see is like I go for like a lot of different scenes because I thought I would make it interesting. Like I'm dynamic. Let's go play around with different locations. I'm sitting at different spots, different camera shots, but that just increases the runtime of a video so much. And I didn't really know like, or the recording time of a video so much. I didn't really know like I can do this now. I can kind of like figure out, do this entire creative process for like, okay, this is gonna be about the Xbox subscription services. But what if I want to do something else? Like look at how many consoles I had to get for this. Just to talk about this. Like, this is another shot. This was not recorded at the same time. Let's see. Where did this is also recorded at a different time? Where? Yeah, here. We go to this shot right here. So like, look at this. This was like a couple of days of like getting all the consoles prepared. I still have the marks on my table to like make sure that they're located at the exact place that I want them to be. Like, it looks fun. But like literally, like this wasn't a format that I could do once a week. So, like watch it. Like I'm actually waiting for this moment. Yeah, there. You see the changes. You see the changes, and like Xbox is gonna change in a moment. Or no, not yet. Or no. Well, like there were these times where like basically like the consoles would change depending on what I was talking about. Like, I wanted to do this, but, like, I never really found this format. And then, like, Dank Pods came around, and I saw this where it's like, hey, just have, like, a camera, like, pointed down, do this overhead, and then show it on the overhead. And maybe it doesn't capture everything. Maybe it's not very dynamic. But it's so clear what you're talking about. It's such a good setup to, like, talk about tech here. That, like, I was like, man, I like that. It's like yeah, maybe it's not the best way to capture, like, for instance, like a big battery here. However, what you have with like this big battery, it's like normally like you would do like a lot of B-roll around this, that sort of stuff. And And now it's just like, yeah, you just point your camera down, that's it. I love that. Another thing that I really, really loved was just like the casual banner that this guy has. So if you want to get into headphones, I never really knew much about headphones until I started watching this guy's like headphone videos. I was like, man, like it's so accessible compared to like what other people do. It is not like he's not using a lot of like over emphasis on details or tests or graphs and that sort of stuff. It's more like, hey, you know, if you're just talking with your mate and your mate knows a lot about like a certain topic, then he's trying to get you to like kind of understand it. Like that's what this style of video is. I really, really dig that. So what I also found was that like this style of format was like very much a good vehicle to talk about like a wide range of things. As you can see, like with his style, like he went from iPods to like all sorts of things. Now he's tearing down ducks and shit. And I really like, I always wanted to have that. I wanted to have that freedom, especially since like the Warframe days. I wanted to have more like freedom to like do and talk about things that I found exciting. So that is a format that really, really inspired me a lot. I will readily admit that because it's probably also obvious with how many times I've referenced this channel, how many there are some similarities in there. I do also feel like there's a lot of things that I did change, especially like when it comes to like what I find is, let's see, hold on, what kind of things I have? Oh yeah, so so yeah, the differences, like, actually, no, I don't want to talk about, first, the reason, okay, so I saw this, I was like, holy shit, like, I don't need fancy stats or fancy shots. I like the casual banter and, like, the low barrier of entry. I like that it's, like, a vehicle for me to, like, talk about a whole wide range of things. And also, like, the accessibility of it. Like, a lot of times you see videos and you're like, oh shit, I don't know if I can make that. However, a lot of the music that he was using was already music I was using, like, way before. So I was like, holy shit, like the editing styles were editing things that I was already doing. So it was like something where it's like, okay, I can see myself like incorporating this style into what I'm doing. And then like apply some of my own touches to it. So what I feel like I'm doing with my tech videos, which you can find here, I'm like, I'll kind of like, I'll play, let's see. Let's play the most recent one, why not? So yeah, so like as you can see, like the overhead shot is sort of the same, and like kind of like the focus of like the center of things. But what I also do is like this is ready from gaming videos where like you switch between, normally you switch between the game and then like the person who's talking. That's something where it's like I've really taken out of like the game videos. I love having like the back and forth between like the front camera and like the downward facing camera. I would not be able to do just overhead. I think that's kind of boring. Also. When I was doing like a lot of those like theory videos, where it's like I dreads or like the frame thoughts, like I learned a lot of scripting and researching in that I'm using right now as well. And at the same time, like it's something where like I really wanted to like try and put my focus on like something that I find really interesting is like content creation. I want to focus on the content creation, the tech around it, and then just some tech in general that's kind of like sideways to it sort of thing. So like what you find is right now, like I made a couple of videos about like computers, repairing like smartphones, but also a lot of things started out with like videos, live streaming, music and content. So yeah, I do think that there's still like a big difference between me and Dangpaws. Like I'm not gonna like emulate his channel. Like I don't want to do that. Like I want to have my own channel. But this really gave me a format where I'm quite happy with, and at the same time it's like what I also feel is this is something where I started out my very first video like 2 years ago. In this format, November 27, 2020. Right now it's 2023 and I'm still happy with this video, which I have never had that I'm still happy with a video like so many years later. So I feel that this is a format that I'm really, really happy with. I also feel for the first time, as I was like making like the last few videos, I'm like, holy shit, there's still so much to learn. Because I feel like I'm not there yet, and that's been such a long time since I felt that I'm not there yet. Like I felt like when it came to like making gameplay videos or gaming videos, I always felt like I already got like 90% of like the editing techniques that people generally use, like the style of videos. I didn't really feel there was much room to grow, and now I feel there's a lot of growth. There's a lot of things I didn't know, and that's really exciting. So yeah, basically like this is the style of format. If you've seen those tech videos around, like that's kind of the style of format that I'm like moving forward with for the main channel. My main goal for like for like the Michel Postma channel right now is like it's like create this channel where like I can have everyone be able to follow like the road where I'm at. So the way to best describe this is that I've always seen learning things as something which is just like a road to follow. I don't think there's anything in this world that's you can't learn. Because basically, like, what we've done as like humanity overall is that in order for you to like get to, I don't know, like rocket science, like every rocket scientist was a baby that could only cry, piss, and shit at a certain point in time, and still like they managed to make it all the way to rocket science. And how did they do it? Well, that's because like we've made manuals at every step of the way. Like when you go to kindergarten, you don't just get like rocket science thrown at you. They're like, oh yeah, go write a letter, go write a number, and like every step of the way there is like a step that you can like get a little bit higher up. And sometimes these steps are like a bit too steep for people, and because like education is like mass education, a lot of times like it can't be like personalized good enough that people can kind of keep up, and people that have to face like the average like very steep stairs kind of tend to fall behind. And then like they feel they're not good at learning, and maybe they're not good at learning, or maybe it's just that like they are not given the appropriate steps to be able to like get to the same height. And that's kind of what I want to do. I want to make sure like I want to ultimately get to making videos about like very niche things that I really care about, where it's like, oh my god, OBS implemented like this new thing, or like there's this really new feature, this niche feature in like I don't know, in like a computer hardware upgrade. But I can't talk about it yet because I want to make sure that like I build up that tree where like even if you know nothing, absolutely nothing about like live streaming and OBS, or you know nothing about computer building, like you can go to my channel and like you can see that video that I just put out. It's like, oh yeah, the latest change in GPU, and there's like an entire line of videos which is starts out with like, what's a computer? What's this? And that's also why like my very first videos here are like videos. What are videos? What is live streaming? And then because we have videos and live streaming, you can move into like how to use music in your content, because I've already talked about videos and live streaming, that sort of stuff. That's what I really want to do. I want to make sure that like I can build this kind of like tree the way that I imagine it, such that like you can explore fields that I find interesting, but you can kind of like discover this field for watching the videos and see where it's something that's interesting to you. You don't have to get to like, you don't have to like watch this thing where people are all excited about it. Oh my god, the latest NVIDIA GPU, like people are super excited about that, but you don't even know what a GPU is. Like it's like you don't have to like do all the research to figure out what that is. You can watch your videos up like up to that point and then be like, is this something that I'm excited about or not? And if you're not, you didn't really waste a lot of time in your life. Furthermore, let's see. Furthermore, I need to make sure I get all these points because it's been such a long stream. Oh yeah. Furthermore, like the thing that I would love for this is like if it could be like a starting point for like your own research. Like I don't want to get into like the nitty gritty. I will never review things with like graphs and like super intricate detail. I'll just like go over it as though we're just like hanging out at the pub or wherever we hang out. I would just be like, hey man, I just discovered something so cool. I have this new camera, man. Like I have this new phone, and like you know why I'm having this Nokia? It's like it's so fun. For $20, I can have a phone and I can just throw it around, and I don't care. It's like I'm not gonna like I don't know what kind of processor or baton is in here, or even if I do know what kind of like shit is in here, I'm not gonna talk with you about like, oh my god, like the USB standard only delivers so many folds. Even if I know that shit, we're not gonna talk about that because who cares? And if you are interested in that, you can do your research, but we're not gonna talk about that in the pub because we got other things to talk about. Yeah, hopefully, like, another thing that I would hope with it is, like, it's kind of like, if I talk about things that I find interesting, and even if that may change over time, like, there's still this path as, like, how I got towards it, and then, like, I hope that I always have people around the channel that, like, are interested in the things I'm interested in, and we can just hang out. I found out with Twitch, I always had that, because, like, with Twitch, like, you can kind of follow my thought process. When I was playing Warframe, we all were super down with Warframe, or a lot of us were super down with Warframe, and then, like, when I changed from it, we should, like, everyone kind of slowly changed, and I feel like not a lot of people nowadays here in this chat play a lot of Warframe. I feel we've kind of gone for the same road, so, yeah. That is that. I'm really happy with this because, as I said, I can finally see like progression again, and also for the first time again. Like it's not just like progression; it's like where I can move towards to. This video has done insanely well for no reason. It's like it's got like 435 views, which like more views I've ever like gotten over like the last year, you know, on like this channel. This channel is like pretty dead. It would get like 50 views at most or so. There's like almost like 10 times that. Or 9 times that, and like it's actually like getting like comments where it's like people are subscribing to it. Like it's been such a long time that I've posted a video where actually people subscribe to the channel because they saw the video, not people unsubscribed because it wasn't Warframe. So like I'm happy with that. I also have like this is what I wanted to show you. I don't know if this is gonna work because I don't have a green screen. I completely forgot about a green screen. But yeah, let's see whether this works. So yeah, this right here is let me see. Can I zoom in on this? Yes, I can. So this right here is kind of like the pillars on which it's based. As I said, like a main focus for me is like content creation because I think it's very interesting and I kind of want to talk about it more. And I hope to find more people to talk about it because it's super exciting. But I like it's also built around the pillars of like software around it. So you have content creation software and you also have content creation hardware. And like those things are not like it's not going to be all about content creation. It's also going to be about as you see like building computers, smartphones. As you see here, I don't really have this tree fully built out. But the entire focus on this is that like this channel is gonna be built on like the 3 pillars of like software, content creation, and hardware, and then between that they can intermix. They can have their own separate branches. So as you can see right here, we started out with like this right here is like a computer branch. I would hope to be able to like get into more like we talked about like what is a computer and how do you build it. Then I want to like move into like components, like talk more about components. I may even want to do like a computer overview that we can talk about like laptops versus netbooks versus like computers versus servers, because I know nothing about servers, but I would love to explore a server and then like dive into servers with you guys. Because a server is basically just another computer, but you also have server racks, and like they're very interesting. I've never worked with those, but I would love to work with those. And then you also see you have phones right here. Right now you have basically like my thing, like the fully filled in ones, like the white ones right here. Their videos I've already made. The ones that are kind of like the opacity is lower. Like their videos I have a plan ready, and they will be made at some point. And like the videos that are just like there's nothing behind them, like I don't really have a plan for them yet, but I do have like I should make those. So like a phones video should get into like the difference between smartphones and feature phones, or like old phones, and then like talk about smartphones. Like I should probably go over like what kind of different smartphones there still are nowadays. Because back in the day, you had BlackBerry, you had like different kinds. And now it seems like all the smartphones are just like slabs, but now you also have the folding phones, and I don't know what the hell is going on with that anymore because I haven't really been following the smartphone market. And then you can get into like repairing smartphones, and you can also get into like repairing other things. I also want to I would love to upgrade an iPod Classic, which will probably fit in somewhere. I also want to explore like modern feature phones, because I've had this thing for a while, like this Nokia, but maybe like, you know, back in the day, like they actually made these things to like not be cheap, but be very sturdy. Maybe you can use those still. And like there's a lot more here. There's a lot of cameras I would love to talk about. There's so much cool camera stuff. And also something like one of the reasons like why I never really worked out with like the Twitch highlight, even though that script is completely ready and ready to go, and like I could have just recorded it. I felt like it was still too far out because it went over like programming in Python. I would program this thing, and even though like it was rather simple, I tried to like make it as straightforward as possible. I do kind of like want to start out first with like a software overview, talk about the difference between like a program and like an operating system, talk about the basics of like programming. I don't really want to teach you entire program, but just give you a general idea. If you've never programmed, like what the hell is it? And then if you want to do more research into like how to actually program and like all the functions and stuff, you can do that yourself. Like I'm not gonna be a programming channel, but like if I can like just get some general understanding, like okay, so if we talk about a function, that's this. If we talk about an object, that's this. Like that would be nice. And then we can talk about like I would love to like get more into Linux. I'm not really a big fan of Windows 10. I'm less of a fan of Windows 11. I would love to explore more Linux. Raspberry Pi, I've had a Raspberry Pi for years now. I've never done anything with it. I would love to do more of a home NAS server, which is like a network attached storage server. I would love to explore that. There are some like Twitch features I would love to get into. So those are kind of like, there's the kind of things that you're building out of. And you see like, for instance, you have content creation here and you have software, and you see like OBS Studio and DaVinci Resolve are like video making software. And like, I want to talk about that, and then you can kind of have that mix. So that is kind of like the idea of the main channel. That's what I'm hopefully moving forward with sooner rather than later. Whenever like things calm down a little bit more. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. Anything else? Oh yeah. So I also have a vague idea for like the gaming channel. I kind of want to follow a similar sort of style for basically for the gaming channel, because first of all that makes it easy to shoot, but also because the thing that I have with games is that I've gone really hard in one game. I don't really want to do that again. I have no interest in like going super deep into one game as well again. But at the same time, like I'm also not like super skilled in that game. I'm also not like FPSs are my life, or this type of genre is my life. What I've really discovered through Twitch streaming is that holy shit, there's so much stuff around here, and I can enjoy a battle royale and I can enjoy like a point and click adventure, and I can enjoy like an RTS, and I can enjoy this and that, and there's such a wide variety of games that I love, that I kind of want to like go over them all, but also like not like I don't want to, again, like I don't really have interest in like going super in depth, making like 2 hour long reviews about them, because again, it's like, do I really care? It's like I try to figure out, is like I wanted to make videos about like, oh, Apex isn't as fun as I thought, or Warframe is over and that's okay, and like now like when I was thinking about those, the titles were good, I had ideas as what I wanted to talk about, but like I was like, do I care about like an essay about why I don't really like this game, or an essay about like why this might be good? It's like, no, it's like I don't really care. Like if I want to talk with people about something, like if I actually want to talk to you in person about something, what would I talk about? Would I talk about just like a random essay where you'd be like, oh yeah, so Warframe, listen, I actually think that the game is okay if you're enjoying it, but I don't think it's gonna be that good anymore, because I think that they're just gonna go down the path that they're going down, and I think the path that they're going down is not something that I fully agree with. So yeah, it's kind of like, it's kind of what it is, and if you don't like it as it is, it's probably not gonna change. But like, this is why I don't like it. It's like, no one likes those people. Like, I'm sorry. Unless like you've agreed with each other that you're gonna rant and you like doing that with each other. A lot of times if you're ranting to people, people just sitting there like, oh my god, please end, please end. Yeah, sure, dude. Yeah, sure. That's crazy, man. Oh yeah, you're totally right. It's like, if you actually have an engaging conversation, it's kind of like, oh dude, look at this. I found this really cool thing. Or man, like, oh, this kind of sucks, but like, this is why it sucks. But okay, well, let's move on, right? So that's also what I want to do with the games. I kind of want to like do like a point of first contact for games. As for me, like what I've discovered is like there's a large landscape of games I don't know about. I've never played Halo until like the start of last year. I've never played like the Tomb Raider games. I've never played. I barely played Mass Effect until like recently. I never played Half-Life until recently. Like I've never, like there are so many games that I've never played and that people are talking about that I kind of want to go over, such that if you have not played them just like me, you can just kind of like have like someone, an old mate, just kind of like banter about them, so you have the general gist of it. So if someone talks to you about like, oh man, Halo Infinite is gonna be about this, you'd be like, oh yeah, I know what a Master Chief is. I know him. He's got a big gun, right? And the other person's gonna be like, oh hell yeah, you know something about the game. So that's kind of like my focus on that. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. It's like a light, fun style of reviews. I do feel that I do have to go to the school of gaming, though. I do have to go to some gaming school. My focus is going to be over the first couple of months, or like the upcoming time is like kind of gonna go play through like some older games. For instance, like the new Call of Duty came out. I've not played it. First of all, because I thought it was gonna be old Modern Warfare 2, but it isn't. And I was taken aback by it, and I never really got back into it. But also because I've never really played like all of the Call of Duties. I played like 3 or 4 of them, and then like the rest of them weren't really as nice. And I was like, okay, fuck it. But I kind of want to go back and like play every single Call of Duty up to like the latest one, so I can actually give perspective, right? Like, how could I review or talk about Halo Infinite if I've not played the Halo 1 through 5? It's like, I don't know. It's like, I'll be like, oh yeah, like the story's kind of interesting. It kind of starts off at a weird point, but I don't even know who this Cortana person is. I don't know. It's kind of fun, I guess. It's like, I can't. So I kind of want to like go for like the older games, get a perspective as to like where we've come from, where we go, and then like whenever the new stuff comes out, I actually have like context to give you, other than just being like, oh yeah, this is the first game I've seen in this series. It's kind of fun, because like you can't really do anything with that. So that's going to be the focus for it. Gameplay, I think, will continue, because I do really like playing these games on Twitch, and I also think it's kind of cool to have an overview, but I do want to watch out I don't do too much. I overload myself with making like videos again that don't make me very interested in making videos. And like I did those playthrough videos where I went for like game updates, or like the social videos that I wanted to do where like I collaborate with people. Right now I don't have them on the planning at all. I first just want to do things. I first just want to do these things and then just see what happens after that. So yeah, that's that. That's basically everything I want to talk about. The last thing is like I don't really know what to do with Twitch. I know today has been like a really rambling video or stream. I thought I had it very well prepared until like I just started rambling. I feel like I've just been talking the entire time, and it's probably been kind of boring. I apologize for that, but I just kind of wanted to get this over with. Such that if you wanted to know what was up, you could figure out what was up. I don't know what to do with Twitch right now. As it stands with Twitch at this point in time, I don't have a comfort game. I've not been playing any games, and Twitch always, the core of it has been gaming. We've always been gaming. Like what do I do now? I just sit and chat Right now, me sitting and chatting has been me rambling, giving like a lecture about my life. Holy shit. That's been bad. So yeah, I don't know what to do with Twitch right now. I do want to bring back a gameplay series, whatever I feel that's right, but that's gonna take a while. I've been thinking about doing like just chatting Mondays as like a podcast forum, kind of where I prepare things. Right now, I didn't prepare things very well, but I do kind of like want to see if we can do like 30-minute topics or so, 20-minute topics. Stardew. Oh yeah, we talked about Stardew. Maybe I can try that. Maybe I can try that. That's a good one. Just taking things at a chill pace would be a good idea. Yeah, that's what I'm definitely doing. That's what I'm definitely gonna be doing with Twitch. My focus is gonna be right now on trying to get to that like 1 or 2 week, like one video on the main channel, 1 or 2 weeks, and yeah. Other than that, like once I get to that, like because like that shouldn't be too hard, and that's also videos I'm excited about. Like I'm already working on my next one, and like the script's almost done, and like I can't wait. So that's what I want to do with that, and then like slowly but surely see if Twitch is a place as well. Because like I never started out on Twitch. I started out making videos, and then because the videos got exciting, I was like, oh shit, now something's happening, right? You know, like I loved going on Twitch when I felt like things were happening and things were on the up, and I was like, ooh, this is exciting. And I didn't really feel that the last while, and like I felt like I was more like, oh man, we're streaming because we have to stream. And like that's not that I didn't enjoy hanging out with you guys, because I do, but it kind of felt like, you know, when I'm just sitting here like, man, what kind of game do I play? What kind of game do I don't know. Like let's try Apex because then there's something in the background. If it were up to me, I would not play this game right now. I would not talk about the latest Warframe update if it wasn't for a video. So, yeah. It makes it more of a chore, sort of, and also like it made it more of a chore, but also more like the vibe is not right, right? It's like we can tell. You can tell when the vibe is there or the vibe isn't there, and like when the vibe is there and you're like, oh yeah, this is fun. Like everyone's just kind of like, oh yeah, it's in the up and up. And I felt like, especially with Apex, like the moments like I stopped enjoying that, like the talks also became like, oh man, this shit sucks. Or yeah, this is why Apex is not good. Like I'll be talking so much about like why the game wasn't good and the matchmaking. I'm like, why the hell would I talk about this? Like that's not the vibe I'm going for. And like that is something which has to change, and it's gonna change. So my apologies for being away for so long. My apologies for making this return stream probably not very exciting and very rambly, and probably my apologies for not having like a straight up plan as to what I want to do with Twitch. I'm not coming out banging with like, oh man, here's our week full of content you've never experienced. It's definitely not going to be a week full of content. Maybe tomorrow I'll be back. Maybe not. I don't know. We're just going to see. And slowly but surely we're going to find a form again as to like what exactly we want to do. The main channel is going to have more videos because I have an idea for it now. I'm also pretty excited for the gaming channel, but like I haven't experimented with that yet. I don't know. Like I have an idea as to like how the gaming things are going to look. Maybe what I'll try and do is like try and do those things about Halo, because I've already played for Halo. I'm not going to play for Halo again. But maybe I'll try and do that, and then see whether those videos, like, what you guys like. And yeah, basically, if you have any feedback, like right now, like I'm really back into like molding things. I don't know what the end product is gonna look like. So if you feel like we're going for something, you're like, oh man, I really want to see this change. Just let me know. Right now's the time. Oh, you reminded me of something. What did I remind you of, man? What did I remind you of? Oh, the music died. That's oh. There's a Halo mod we have to play? Sure, let's do it. Let's do it. Like if we can play it on I have an old Xbox, but maybe I'll get it on PC. I've also got more I've gotten a greater revenue stream now, so I'm happy with that. That gives me so much freedom. It's insane. It is crazy. But yeah. There have been a lot of good changes behind the scenes. Don't worry about it. It's for Halo free. I believe it's on PC. Then I'll just get Halo free on PC. We'll go for that. I guess so. I do have to find a good gaming PC though, because like honestly, that's been basically like. But I saw a video. It looks fun as fuck. All right, send me the video and we'll see where we can schedule it in. But yeah, I know I just made a video about like me upgrading an old gaming computer, but I actually kind of gave that away just so. Gonna have to find a new one. Anyway, yeah, let's go and chat more, like, maybe tomorrow. I'm kind of thinking, like, maybe I should do, like, a video editing stream or so, like, try DaVinci Resolve or something like that, but I don't know how interesting that will be. We'll see, maybe that will be a stream tomorrow, maybe that won't, I just don't know. But it was fun to be, it's fun to be back. It's good to see everyone show up, like, I hope I didn't bore you guys so much, like, I can't wait to, like, watch this back and see it. Don't watch all of the videos because I want to see your fresh reactions. Okay, then I won't watch it. Then I'll just believe you, and then, like, just tell me what I need, and then we'll figure out a date, and we'll make sure it happens. So yeah, nah, man, I was just happy to hear back from you. Yeah, I'm sorry, hold on. One thing I'll do right now is I'm gonna go set my Discord style back to online, because I set myself to idle, and, like, that's something I never do. Like, I'm always online on Discord. I'm always online on Discord. If I'm not online on Discord, something's wrong. So when I set myself on idle, that was, like, because I was away. If I'm ever on, like, red, it's bad. Or I'm recording a podcast and then, like, I don't want to be bothered. I always had this idea, like, let me put red on, like if people see that I'm red, then, like, they have to reach out to me. But now I realize, like, holy shit, I always also do that for podcasts, and I don't want people reaching out to me. So actually, don't go inferring my mental health or my physical status by by my Discord status, like, bubble. I don't know. Kind of misdirect the streams? Me too, man. Me too. But, you know, your health, IRL matters come first. Yeah, that was... I would have been back 2 months ago if it wasn't for, like, the shit that happened in between that I had no control over. I'm glad I took a step back for, like, the time that I did, because I really wasn't on the right track. And now I hope I will be. And yeah. It's weird. It's weird to be back, but I'm glad we got this over. I'm really glad we got this over, because this was, like, the weird stream that kind of had to happen to catch you all up. Other than that, hope you guys have a good rest of your Monday. Hope you have a good rest of your week if I didn't see you again. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.